Yeah. Oh, you're so fine. I really wanna make you mine. Sit back and let's unwind. And we can take a bottle of some wine. Ooh. So are you down to rock with me? Cause girl, you fly just like my G. And I need to know. Are you really down for anything? 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 So fine, I really wanna make you mine. Sit back and let's unwind, and we can take a bottle of some wine. Ooh. So are you down to rock with me? Cause girl, you fly just like my G. And I need to know. Are you really down for anything? 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 So fine, I really wanna make you mine. Sit back and let's unwind, and we can take a bottle of some wine. Ooh. So are you down to rock with me? Cause girl, you fly just like my G. And I need to know. Are you really down for anything? Are you really down for anything?
It does kill good.
You made the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system since Gravenberch left. You don't want to change from the 4-3. Yo, what's going on, people? We're back again on the Jerry James Show for another preview. Loads of news circulating right now. We've got Gravenberch, we've got Salah, 100%. But guess what? We've also got a game. We've got a game on the weekend, and we've got to get into that as well. Now, of course, we can tie that into all the news that's popping around right now. Gravenberch, as you see in the title, Gravenberch to make the bench. Who knows, man? Who knows? Other talks, is Salah gonna, do you know what I mean? Is he gonna remain a Liverpool player beyond this window? We all hope so. No really rumors of anyone else coming in for Liverpool. But we know our FSGR, man, and can they turn away a bid in excess of 150 million? I don't know. So that's going to obviously have massive ramifications for the weekend and for the season. But look, we need to get into this game, man. We need to get into this game. As I always say, guys, please make sure we are liking the video as soon as I get in front of the camera. Just buy your ticket to entry, man. Just hit that. Do you know what I mean? Hit that like button. That's your ticket to entry. It's free. Don't want to have to get the bouncers onto, man. And it becomes problematic. Of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're en route to 200 million subscribers, and you guys will be a massive part of that if you go and subscribe right now. So please subscribe and hit the notification bell. as well to keep updated and keep informed of all the new content that we've got coming on the channel. Now, before I get into anything, I've got to, of course, get into the people and shout everyone in the comments and everyone in the building. We've got Honesty in the building. Big up to Honesty. Big up to yourself. We've got Andy Renari in the building as well. We've got Kalonji LFC as well in the building, as well as, let me have a look. My comments aren't popping up. We got Phil Bidwell in the building as well, saying, who did we get in our group for the Europa League as I missed the draw? Liverpool have just rejected 150 million for Salah. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Big up to Liverpool 67 and Phil Bidwell. 25 of us in the building. Please make sure we're the honorary 25 and we're all smashing that. I expect to see 26 likes because I've also liked my own video. Cheers to that. Now, people, Aston Villa, man. Aston Villa at home. They've had a very, very, very decent start. Amazing end to the season for them, well, especially from January, as soon as obviously Gerrard departed. Emery's coming and taking them obviously to next levels. They've been able to go and outperform many of their peers in the kind of bottom half of the table, and they managed to actually go and creep up into the Europa. Is it Europa League or is it Conference League? Conference League places, which is amazing, amazing for them. We're going to 100% have to go and look at, you know, not only the incomings and not only the players that Aston Villa were able to obviously purchase and get through the door, and their window's actually been very, very decent and gone under the radar. Of course, the likes of Diaby and stuff have come in, but there are also a few players that have come in that I wanted to kind of just speak about and mention. But not only that, from a tactical perspective, really, really good, man. Really, really good with Emery. And they're looking at, they're going to be a strong outfit this season. A lot of us tipping them to, enter that top 6 easily. So what we're going to do now, straight off the bat, is go and have a look at their past results, man. 100%. I think it's important to go and see past results and see the head-to-head fixtures. Let's go and see the last time, right? Let's go have a look at our most recent games. Wow. Massive long history. Aston Villa, massively historic club. As we're seeing here, people. So our last actually game, and which is obviously in May versus Aston Villa, was actually a draw, ended a 1-1 draw. Before that, we managed to beat Aston Villa 3-1 away from home. We beat them 2-1 the season before that. The last time Aston Villa actually won against us is actually the 7-2, which we all know about, the Premier League 7-2, the disaster class from Liverpool. I believe Adrian in goal, terrible performance. And yeah, one that still stings when we speak about to this day. I remember Grealish getting a double. It was a horrible game, man. It was an absolutely horrible game. Before that as well, in 2019, they beat us 5-0. However, both of these results have come away from home. At home, Aston Villa struggle. Aston Villa really struggle, man. And in all likeliness, we should be able to go and win this game. Now, it's going to be a tricky game. As we know, we spoke about, the Newcastle game for the preview. Newcastle, a very strong outfit, and we saw how that game ended up being. Aston Villa will be a similar game, in my opinion. We saw Aston Villa actually, Aston Villa got obviously dismantled by Newcastle. But then, Newcastle have lost and Aston Villa have gone on from strength to strength. So it's really interesting to obviously go and see. Andy Renari saying that the 5-0 was literally the under 23s. It was. I remember we were in the Super Club World Cup. The Club World Cup. Sorry, not a Super Cup. What am I talking about? 100%. But at the same time, it's still something that's etched into our history. So we need to obviously try and get some revenge back, and I think that's fair. 100%. We got Sammy saying Sky violating Jerry. Your game not on TV. It's not on TV. It's not on TV. But guess what, people? The watch-along's happening. I cannot believe it. I'm doing the first watch-along on the Jerry James Show. Boy, you guys are in for a treat. For anyone that's seen me watch football, if any of my friends, family are watching, they know how I get, man. They know how I get. And I'm scared I'm going to get cancelled. I'm scared I'm going to get clipped up. But I promise you guys, once we hit the 2K barrier, that's what we're going to be doing. And that's what we're doing, people. That's what we're doing. But we're going to go and have a look, man. And have a look at what else going on into the game. And I'm actually going to get that up and read some stats out regarding the game that's happening. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff. Really interesting to see what's obviously Wagwan there. But hey ho, like beggars can't be choosers. Now, as discussed, Liverpool have won 9 of their last 11 Premier League games against Aston Villa, with the exceptions being the 7-2 loss at Villa and the 1-1 draw in the exact fixture last season. So those are actually the last 2 games that we've dropped points at. Obviously losing in that 7-2 loss, we already remember. Only Manchester United and Chelsea have won more Premier League away games against Liverpool than Aston Villa, 6. Though the Villains are winless in their last 5 league visits to Anfield with 4 losses and a draw. So it does look very, very promising for us from a historical standpoint, 100%. Liverpool have won their last 2 Premier League matches despite conceding first in both games, ending both games with 10 men, winning 3-1 against Bournemouth and 2-1 against Newcastle, as we know. Since Jurgen Klopp's first game in charge, the Reds have the most wins after conceding first, 35, and points gained from losing positions of any Premier League side. So listen, the mentality monster thing, it might be returning, it might be returning this season. After losing 5-1 to Newcastle in their first Premier League game this season, Aston Villa have won their last 2, scoring 7 goals and conceding just once. They are the first top flight side to lose their opening game by 4+ goals and then win their next 2 games since QPR in 86-87. So they've had a very, 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 very good start, scoring a lot of goals. They've started to click. I mean, even in the Newcastle game, they looked really good. They looked like a toe-for-toe game. Diaby came and scored on his debut. Amazing, amazing finish. And then they just capitulated, but they showed that they've actually got the quality to go and score goals. And I think Watkins and Diaby playing as that kind of 2 up top, alongside obviously McGinn coming from out to in, playing out wide or in midfield. A pivot of obviously Kamara and Douglas Luiz, both DMs that were actually linked with Liverpool. And you would have seen, obviously, us discuss those players on the channel. They've got a very, very, very strong side, man. Very strong side. Matty Cash, obviously the guy that scored the 2nd goal against Burnley last time out for Aston Villa, ended a 19-pass move, the most before an Aston Villa goal in the Premier League that Opta has on record from 06-07. So they're starting to play a brand of football that is not only very, very solid defensively, from an offensive standpoint, very, very, very attractive on the eye, and they're starting to play about a bit. And that's really it's going to be really interesting to see how our midfield deals with their midfield, with the likes of McGinn, Kamara, and Douglas Luiz. They're very, very strong midfield. Liverpool's Mohamed Salah, and this is really interesting because we're not sure whether Salah is going to remain or go. It's the transfer deadline day today. Loads of rumours circulating that the Saudis are actually going to put a second bid of in excess of £175 million for Mohamed Salah. A £150 million bid was already rejected by Liverpool in the early hours of the morning / last night. Bill Hogan and Mike Gordon just, a conversation on the phone claiming that Salah is not for sale. However, we do know how FSG move, and if a bid of 175, 180, 190, maybe even £200 million, and remember, we're talking in pounds, goes through, he's going to be the 2nd most expensive player of all time. Liverpool cannot turn that down. Liverpool cannot turn that down from a financial standpoint, because that's more money than they would make being in the Champions League. It just is. Moussa Diaby, speaking about Moussa Diaby, a couple more points, has been involved in 3 goals in his first 3 Premier League games for Aston Villa, with 2 goals and 1 assist. So he's on fire, scoring in both of his away games at Newcastle and Burnley. Only 5 players have scored in their first 3 away Premier League games, most recently Erling Haaland last season. So he has started like a man on fire. Very, very great player. A lot of links to, obviously, Diaby and Liverpool, but Aston Villa have managed to obviously jump the gun. Really good kind of relations with Bayer Leverkusen, signing Leon Bailey from Bayer Leverkusen beforehand. They've now got Moussa Diaby, and that combination of Bailey and Moussa Diaby on the wings and rotating is really, really interesting, man. Really, really interesting from that standpoint. So 100%. I need to get into the comments to see what you guys are saying, man. 100%. We've got Angel 9068 saying worrying Villa have pace up top, Watkins and Diaby dangerous. 100%. And it's going to be really interesting how we combat that. We know Virgil van Dijk is out, and we are going to get into my predicted lineup for the game. And I really want to go and know you guys' predicted lineup. So please leave that in the chat. But 100%. Pace is something that we really struggle with. And the fact that Aston Villa are a team that can go back to front very, very quickly. We saw with their goal, if anyone watched their opening game of the season against Newcastle, ball over the top into the left channel. Watkins wins the ball, sets it to Digne. Ball over the top into Luka Dean. Luka Dean crosses the ball in, a flick by Watkins, and Diaby scores a goal, and it could just be that simple. And Liverpool are very, very shaky in that right hand channel. On top of that, missing Virgil van Dijk, missing Konate, our first team kind of starting partnership that we've gone into this season and the back in the last season, means that we're playing Matip and Gomez, and they're going to have to try and get, up to scratch now. That great performance from both of them, especially playing as a kind of deep low block and trying to contain a bit more and hit teams on the counter. We're going to try and impose ourselves a bit more on the ball, and I think that's where we are going to play a high line, and we are going to be tested in that regard 100%. We got Liverpool 67 saying, JJ, they will accept the offer eventually. So why not try to get 2 defenders and 1 more midfield destroyer like Kone? Because they don't want a midfield destroyer, 67. They don't. And they don't need 2 defenders. I don't think they look at it like that. Endo's a defender also, or someone that can play in defense. That's what I would say. We've got Honesty saying, the annoying thing is if we win, we get 10 points and we will build a bit of momentum. But then there's the international break, which is annoying on my eyes. 100%. I don't know why we've got the international break so quickly afterwards. It doesn't make any sense to me, man. We've got Psychedelic saying, congratulations for the 2K, JJ. We need to cook Villa differently. Yeah, we need to cook Villa because otherwise I'm going to get cooked for this watch along. I'm going to have to do, and the link. The video's already out, people. So guys, if you haven't seen it already, the watch along has been posted. Like that up. I need that popping for the first. I need all you guys there as well, especially considering it's not on TV. So unless you guys are doing something dodgy, unless you guys are in America or abroad, I expect every single one of you to watch the watch along with me, man. 100%. On this is saying breaking news: Brendan Johnson to Spurs for 45 million. Interesting. A lot of wingers down. They've got a lot of wingers. We've got Temi Dow saying crazy how some sections of fans want Liverpool to accept that bid. I mean, yeah, but look, I get it to a certain extent. I don't get it, and I get it. I mean, look, Salah offers us a lot on the pitch, but we've seen it before when we've got rid of a top player, the likes of Suarez, the likes of Salah, and we're able to go and reinvest. We're able to get decent players that went on to be exceptional players for Liverpool. Bobby Firmino being one of them. He came in off the back of selling Suarez, and yeah, no one knew that Klopp would come in and stuff. But look how good Bobby's been for us. Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Alisson, self-explanatory that one, I believe. Big up to PL Ryan in the building as well. Psychedelic saying Amazon Fire Stick, they broadcast their games in America, Spain, China, and other countries. That's what I'm saying, man. Sammy saying I'm in Trinidad. I'll be watching the watch along. Facts, big up to yourself. What's going on here? Big up to Naldo. Naldo saying something about Villa's new badge annoys me. What's wrong with the crest design? It annoys you because it looks like the Chelsea one, isn't it? Cheers to that. Cheers to the Chelsea scum. Cheers to the Chelsea scum. But 100%, man. 100%. Big up to Jay Kismet saying, bless up, JJ. You never walk alone. Salah won't go, in my opinion. Maybe not. 100%, man. Maybe not. Like, I'm not saying I want him to go. Right now, I think it would be silly if Liverpool let him go. However, I've got my own theory on that, but I'm going to drop it to you guys. Let's go have a look as well at Villa's incomings. I think that's something that we need to go and have a look at. Let's go have a look at their team and we can get into that 100%. Two seconds. I need to go and see what players they've brought in. Interesting. I'm interested to see what players they've brought in. I know they've is that Longley? Have they brought in Longley? No, they haven't. They couldn't have. Let me know, people. Have Aston Villa brought in Clement Longley? Mad. Let me just share my screen with you, people, and we'll be up and ready to go. All right, so let's go have a look at Aston Villa's squad, man, and assess their squad. Emiliano Martinez, Obviously, in goal, we know they got Robin Olsen as their number 2. Matty Cash, great right back. We got Diego Carlos, who they signed beforehand. Ezri Konza, Tyro Mings is out injured. Luca Dean. Pau Torres, which is one of their new signings. Alex Moreno also. They've got Callum Chambers, who was signed by Steven Gerrard. And they've got Courtney Halls as well, who obviously just hasn't been able to play. In midfield, they've got Douglas Luiz, John McGinn, Yuri Tillemans, a new signing. Bertrand Traore, who, I mean, was a decent player for Aston Villa at one point, but just can't seem to get a sniff of games. Emiliano Buendia, who suffered a horrible knee injury as well, very similar to Tyra Mings. Musa Diaby, a new signing. Nicolo Zaniolo. Wow, forgot about that player. That's the one. Nicolo Zaniolo, on loan from Galatasaray. Italian, I mean, wonder kid at one point. It's going to be really interesting to see how he features against Liverpool, because I know he wasn't available for the last game. They got Phil Coutinho as well, who's rumored with a move away from Aston Villa to Besiktas or Real Betis. So yeah, interesting for him. Leon Bailey, Leander Dendonka, Jaden. Whoa, what's going on there, man? What's going on there? All right, then, Doncar. We're not that. I know we needed centre back at Liverpool. We're not that desperate. I'm not going to click into you. We've got Jaden Philogene, who I'm not too sure who that is. Jacob Ramsey, Boubacar Kamara, and Tim Irogegbunam. Don't know who that is. We got Ollie Watkins, John Duran, and Keenan Davies up front. So no real exciting forwards. I know they got Bertrand Traore and John Duran. John Duran being a young Colombian, very, very decent, but they haven't got anyone that really, really stands out. For me, the biggest player that I'm really interested to see how he plays in the Premier League is Pau Torres. Pau Torres, obviously, coming in from Villarreal, massive fan of him. Spanish international, very, very composed on the ball. And I think for a left-sided centre-back, I think he would have been right up Liverpool's alley, especially in regards to how we're trying to play at the moment. They signed him for 40 million, between 41 and 45 million pounds. So very, very, very good signing. How influential can he be on the game? I think if I'm going to be honest, just to obviously go and talk about the massive kind of the key opponents that we're going to obviously struggle with, and I've mentioned them before, will be the pace of Watkins, Musa Diaby, and Leon Bailey, alongside John McGinn, who's going to try and run us ragged in that midfield. Douglas Luiz and Boubacar Kamara are going to be the stronger of the two midfielders, and the more defensive minded. And they're going to be responsible of obviously stopping McAllister and Szoboszlai getting about the pitch and trying to dictate play from further up the pitch. I think McGinn is a player that I really, really like. I really, really like what he offers. I think in terms of assists, output, important goals. He's a leader. I think he's someone that at one point Liverpool actually rumoured of getting, and I know a lot of us kind of turned our noses up at it, and I know he's not a first choice, but I think he would have fit into that kind of old style Klopp type of midfielder. Your Milners, your Hendersons, your Gini Wijnaldums, a player that can run, work tirelessly for the team, and he's proven that he's able to go and do that with a bit of quality as well. Ollie Watkins, Musa Diaby, and Leon Bailey, for me, are the three key areas. And I think the biggest battle is going to be Luca Dean on that left-hand side alongside Watkins, who drifts over there, and Trent. And I think they're going to go and try isolate Trent. I think any team's going to go and do that. It's going to be really interesting to go and see how Trent copes with that, man, 100%. Going to go and get in now, and hold on. We're going to get the lineup up. I'm going to show you my predicted lineup for the game. I'm actually interested to see how. Let's see. Hold on. LFC versus Aston Villa. Just need to fill out some things. 4-3-3. No substitute. Made that massive. Cool. Going to share the screen with you guys now. And we're going to get into this together. Please leave your comments in the description, in the chat as well. And also let me know what your lineup would be as I'm going through it, because I can't really see it because I'm on here by myself. So as we see people in goal, I think we're going to go with Alisson Becker, 100%. I think Alisson's been outstanding for Liverpool. I mean, what a performance. Oh, come on. Hold on. I mean, what a performance from Alisson against Newcastle. Really, really kept us in the game. The most saves he's ever had to make in a Premier League game. That obviously total number being 7. Massive player for Liverpool right now. If we're going to do anything this season, whether that's Europa League, Premier League, top 4 challenge, top 5 challenge, whatever it is, he's going to be a massive, massive part of what we do this season. So for me, he's a no-brainer. Trent, our vice captain, is going to actually sooner than anticipated. He's actually captaining. He's going to captain Liverpool out at Anfield for the first time as a starter in the Premier League. Yeah, no one anticipated Verge to be out and get a red card, and we probably thought this might come later down the line, or when, you know, Verge comes off, if there's an injury. He's leading the team out. It's going to be really interesting to see his kind of game. I mean, is he going to be more concentrated? He's made a couple errors leading to goals as of recent, but I still put my trust in him. I think from a creative standpoint, he is one of our better players. And look, we've just got to put our trust in him 100%. Looking here, and this is really interesting. At the back, I am going to go with Matip. I know there's a lot of talk of maybe Kwanzaa coming in, you know, done really well. But I think Matip is our most senior centre-back right now, and we have to put our trust in our most senior centre-back. Alongside him, our longest-serving player at club currently, Joe Gomez. Not Paul Gomez, Joe Gomez. I think he's going to play as a left-sided centre-back. Played really, really well against Newcastle, and really able to kind of show his quality and kind of allowed us to create the foundation and the basis to move forward and obviously win the game. So 100% for me, Joe Gomez starts at centre-back. At left-back, we all know it's going to be. I don't think there's any doubt. We're not signing any particular left-sided centre-back at the moment, or there's no rumours. We spoke of Hinkapie last night. It seems as though Liverpool are done for the business and are going to obviously look to find a centre-back or a defensive player next summer, seeing that they've gone and obviously signed 4 players in the window now in Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai, and the newly signed or player having a medical in Ryan Gravenberch. I'm going to go with Endo in the DM. I think that's a definite. I think Mac 10 is a definite as well. McAllister, Alexis McAllister, and I think Szoboszlai is going to start on the right. Yeah, on the right-hand side. For me, Szoboszlai, 100%. I think that's going to be our team. And then up front, if all goes well and Salah isn't sold, which I hope he isn't right now, I'm going Salah at right wing, Darwin Núñez up front, and Diaz on the left, who actually, unfortunately for him, had to come off because of the red card to Virgil van Dijk, but he was really, really kind of electric in that first half. Actually went on a run that was going to rival Matoma's goal had he stuck it in the back of the net for goal of the month or whatever, because it was an amazing run. Great little jinky majinky. I mean, showed what he's about. Wasn't able to finish, and obviously Darwin Núñez scoring the 2 goals, winning us the game. I think we have to build on that confidence and allow him to express himself. He spoke about, you know, being angry for not playing, you know, being 5th choice in rotation. I think it's only fair that he gets a fair crack at the whip. Gakpo's been great. In the last couple of games for me, he hasn't been great. I think this season he hasn't really got off to the best start, even though in pre-season he was doing really well. And I think Jota as well, he's a bit in and out. I know he had a decent role to play when he came in against Newcastle, won a few headers and done fairly well. I think everyone is on the same wavelength when they want to go and obviously see Darwin Núñez obviously go and start. I really want to know, and obviously I didn't even show you guys what I'm doing. So there you go. That's the team. Apologies for anyone I didn't really show that. Like I said, I didn't know what was going on. But there we go. That's the team that I've gone with. So as we can see, Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Matip and Gomez at centre back, with Robertson playing as a left back. I've got Endo in the 6. No Gravenberch as of yet, because I think he'll be on the bench if all goes to plan and he's signed. And he's already signed, and Liverpool were able to get the deal done. I think if we're able to go and do that, and if we're rushing and if we really need him to play, it will be done. If not, we might see him after the international break, which is also an option as well. I see him, Kevin McAllister, Jesus, like Home Alone. That's what he's going to be called if he starts getting missing in midfield. But Alexis McAllister in the midfield with Dominic Szoboszlai. On the left wing, Luis Diaz. On the right wing, Mohamed Salah and Darwin Núñez up front. As we can go and see here, 2 seconds, people. Jamrock saying, is Jerry on a caffeine binge, or is my stream making him talk as if he's talking really fast? I'm not talking that fast, you know. I think maybe it's your stream. Maybe it's your stream, man. Maybe it's your stream. Let's just go have a look at what you guys are saying. Let me know what you guys think of, obviously, of the lineup. What would you guys change in that? K-Mac saying Keenan Davis has been sold today. That's interesting. Big up to Estonian saying, dang, they packed the can smash LFC even before Unai was trouble. 100%. We got Ravi, big up to Ravi saying, question, how do we avoid Villa exposing us? We can't avoid it if we're going to play the same way, bro. Like that's just the problem. That's just the problem. We've got Honesty saying Divock Origi might make a comeback to the Prem club like Fulham and Burnley and Nottingham Forest are all linked with him. Maybe so, man. Maybe so. I mean, he's had a poor time, man. A poor time at Milan, and it's been a poor move. We've got Andy Renari saying Tielemans can cause us problems. Facts, I agree. We've got Jamrock saying, I read that already. We've got Liverpool 67 saying, if we don't get a centre-back through the door in the next few hours, then Jurgen Klopp will know that was a big mistake and will regret it. Yeah, I don't think he believes he wants to do that, you know. I don't think he believes he wants to go and do that. Timmy Dow saying Jurgen Klopp ain't signing anyone, 100%. We've got Andy Renari saying Gakpo ain't all that. Jota and Núñez clear. I wouldn't say clear, but yeah, man. We've got Joseph Fury saying Gravenberch is a great signing. I agree. As an isolated signing, how that fits into what Liverpool are doing, I think there's a further discussion for that, but 100%. We've got Jay Kismet saying his brother is called Kevin and he plays for the team in Belgium that we playing in Europa League. Facts. I did see that. I believe it's at Union. Is it Union? Is that the team? Yeah, not Union Berlin, but another Union. Joseph Fury, shout out to yourself. We've got G in the building saying smash those lights, peeps. Big up to G. We've got Genghis Hassan, amazing name, saying backline backline looks very scary. I really hope they hold up well. Yeah, I agree, man. Dustin Fantes saying question if Endo starts does Endo start or Gakpo midfield again? Jota up top, is Darwin starting? I think this is my lineup. I think Endo starts in midfield. I think Jota and Gakpo drop to the bench. I think Núñez starts. Psychedelic Shaolin saying the star wing Cloud9 Núñez golden brace is going to start. 100%, man. 100%. Jay Kismet saying here, Union Julois. So yeah, 100%, man. Union Julois, LASK, Toulouse, and Liverpool making up that Group D. Group D, man. Group D. So interesting to go and see. Yeah, I want to know before we head out from you guys and before I give you my score predictions. Does Gravenberch make the bench on the weekend, or do you think Klopp protects him and tries to bed him in before dropping him into the team? Let me know from everyone in the chat. There's about 100 people in the chat. Guys, make sure we are smashing a like. Please make sure we're smashing a like. Yeah, we've got K-Mac saying 100%. You think Gravenberch is going to be on the bench? Interesting. Let me know, guys. Let me know. We've got K-Mac. Shout out to K-Mac saying, interesting point. Saudi bid went to FSG direct. Klopp, George not involved. Salah's agent is pushing for this move. That's why the bids have started. 175 million plus will be accepted. We've got G saying put him on the bench. So yeah, he wants to try to see him on the bench. We've got Honesty in the building saying I think so too. We've got Jay Kismet saying yep, he'll be on the bench if it's all done on time. Yeah, I agree. Timmy Dad saying Sangare to Forest, 100%. Sangare to Forest. Pierre Ryan saying we won both games against Unai Emery last season. I reckon we will exploit them on the counter with Núñez running in behind. Darwin only starts because it's Villa. If it was a low block team, would start Cody Gakpo. Interesting. Jay Kismet saying Darwin has to start. keep that confidence up, and then the international break. Facts, I agree. Streets approved Thames saying Defo makes the bench. It's similar to Endo's situation. I agree, but the thing is, are we that desperate for an 8 in the same way that we were desperate for a 6 because we had not had one? That's my only worry about that. Not even worry. Phil Bidwell, last one saying if he's in a match day squad, he'll only be on the bench. Yeah, I agree. Kingdom saying we need to sign him first, bro. We still waiting on that announcement. Listen, it's done, man. Liverpool aren't doing the situation, man. Liverpool are not doing that same Caicedo situation again. No way. We got PL Ryan saying Ryan on the bench. We got Angel Knight 68 saying without a training session, Gravenberch. No, that's a fair assessment. Temi Dio saying my worry is we miss now on Andre in January. We maybe are. We're not getting Andre anymore, I don't think. 100%. And guys, now, before we head out, please let me know, people. What is the prediction? Score prediction for the game, man. A score prediction for the game, and you need a first goal scorer. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win over Aston Villa at home. A 2-1 win over Aston Villa. I think we don't concede first again. I'm going to put my neck out there. We don't concede first again. I think they score when we're 1-1 or 2-0 up. And my first goal scorer, I'm going to go Darwin Núñez. 100%, man. Darwin Núñez, we've got to put our trust in him. He scored that brace. I think he's going to be lively and full of confidence. It might even be a set piece. It might be a free kick, but I think Darwin Núñez is going to get the first goal. 2-1 to Liverpool is my prediction. I need to see what you guys are saying as well. We've got Jay Kismet saying 2-0. We've got K-Max saying 3-1 Núñez, Dom and Diaz. That'd be great to go and see. GTV saying 2-2 Watkins first goal. Yeah, GTV. We need to ask a question. Is he even a Liverpool fan right now? Megatron. We need to. I mean, let me know, bro. Let me know, because this watch along is going to be peak if that's the scoreline you're talking about. I'm telling you for free. But yeah, I don't think we lose the game. I potentially see a draw, but I don't see us losing the game at all. We've got K-Max saying 3-1 Núñez, Dom and Diaz. Timmy Diane saying Malpay back to Brentford on loan. Yeah, good for him, man. Good for him. They've got Dustin Fante, big saying 3-1 Liverpool. We've got Marque saying 2-2 draw. Diaby first goal. Timmy Dyer saying Villa scores just like Bournemouth. Angel Knight 68 saying 2-1 Villa. Unfortunately, centre backs a worry. Big up to Ram in the building as well. Timmy Dyer saying 3-1 Liverpool is his final prediction. We got Sammy 2-1 as well. We got Honesty saying 3-1. We got Leopold in the building as well, saying Liverpool got 3 goals. Darwizzy. Joseph saying Fury. Joseph 3-3 saying 3-0. A lot of you guys saying 3-0, man. A lot of you guys saying 3-0. So 100%, man. 100%. So guys, obviously, yeah, let me know, man. Are we playing with 10 men? That's the question. Are we playing with 10 men again? Shout out to Timmy Dyer with that one. For me, 100%, I think it's done. I think we ain't going to do that again. I can't see us conceding again. I think we're going to just sort that out. We might not be as progressive going forward, but I think we still get a 2-1 victory, in my opinion, man. A 2-1 victory. And to start the watch along, that would be amazing scoreline. But listen to people. Thank you so much for obviously joining us on the preview for obviously the Liverpool versus Aston Villa game, our 4th game of the season, just before the international break. We got news that midfield rebuild's done. Cody Gakpo in the building. And yeah, it's all well and good, man. All well and good. So look, we're going to have to obviously see whether Salah remains a Liverpool player before the end of the day today. And if he isn't, to hit that notification bell, because I want to come to you that breaking news. But yeah, stay blessed. Have an amazing afternoon. Please make sure we're heading over to the video now and the watch along video, which is actually on the channel. Start liking the video now. Let us know in the comments. Get us excited. Let us know what you're eating, what you're drinking. Is it popcorn? Are you having jollof fries? What is it? Let me know. Are you having, it's a Sunday. So are you having your Sunday dinner, your Sunday lunch? Let us know. Me and G will be involved. But until next time, people, it's been the Jerry James Show. And we are... Whoa, what's going on here? There we go. And we are out. Have a good evening. Have a good afternoon. And have a great Saturday. Have a great Saturday if there's no news that drops in that meantime. Yeah, have a great Saturday. In a bit, people.